Besties! In this video, I'm going to show you a ton of secrets in Dress to Impress that will seriously blow your mind. There are new codes, a secret location, and even a whole version of Dress to Impress with all the items. Don't miss your chance to win free VIP. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like while the timer's still ticking. I've also hidden an emoji in this video. Watch all the way through, comment it down below, and you'll have a better chance of winning. We'll start with a secret that only 0.00001% of players know. Trust me, this is mind-blowing. To see this secret, you need to enter free play mode and follow exactly what I show in the video. Once you get here, you'll notice a blue glow coming from below. We see chains and a blue barrier resembling a curtain with 2 chains on each side. So, we go straight to this corner and jump. Then we jump down several times until we reach the very bottom and we find ourselves beneath the map. Oh my god, besties, this is really interesting. Now our task is to follow exactly as I show in the video. Keep going straight and look. We can enter a completely new, hidden location beneath the map. Here, we see several mermaids and seaweed decorations, and everything looks absolutely stunning. I'm in love with how beautifully everything is designed. Seriously, we are literally at the bottom of the ocean, and everything around looks amazing. What do you think about this? I honestly didn't expect such a hidden location in Dress to Impress. There's even an empty room here, which could also be a secret. Let me enable free camera mode by pressing Shift plus P, and let's fly around to check out each mermaid. So, here's a mermaid that seems to emit some kind of black energy. There's also a mermaid with a very cute blue aura. Then we have 2 mermaids with a pink aura. And just look at the face of this mermaid. I wonder if there are any custom makeup elements here that I haven't seen before. I could be wrong, but what if this is makeup that will be added in the summer update? Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Also, here we can see a mermaid that seems to be without eyes. She has a blindfold and emits orange energy. And here's this mermaid, who, by the way, looks a lot like Ariel. Just look at how adorable she is, sitting on the anchor. There's also a hole here through which you can peek and see how beautiful everything looks. The anchor, the blue jellyfish, this is definitely not just a random addition. Everything beneath the map looks really cool. This is what the place looks like from above. We can see chains and something that resembles a blue protective barrier. I don't know how else to describe it, but it looks like a dome that might be protecting the map from something. Either way, it looks amazing. Let me know what you think about this secret location in the comments. Be sure to hit the like button if you liked this secret. I also want to show you a secret that about 50% of players know. In Lana's salon, right next to her on the table, there's a small ship. This is a reference to the summer quest. We've seen this ship many times during the cutscene and in the video on the developer's official YouTube channel. It's really a cool little detail. I love how the developers add these mini references to the quests. It makes the game even more interesting. I'm sure this secret is known by less than 2% of the players. Right now, there are several rumors and myths circulating in the Dress to Impress community about so-called sneak peeks of a new map, which you may have heard from other players. But I want to tell you that this is complete nonsense. As you can see, these sneak peeks supposedly show a new map for Dress to Impress, created in a floral and beautiful style. We see new parkour, new decorations, and a new lobby. But in reality, all these sneak peeks are from the game Dress to Impress modded, which was available in Roblox. You could previously find it in Roblox by searching for Coolness DTI modded. And by the way, there are about 2,000 people playing it right now. Let's go and see what it's all about. As soon as it loaded, I was shocked by how much this game resembles the real Dress to Impress, but it looks completely different. Here, we see the map that was supposedly shown in the sneak peeks, but these sneak peeks were actually a reference to DTI Modded. There are many interesting features here that just don't work. For example, I can't access the settings, but the interesting part is that I can adjust my speed for free and have VIP access for free. In this version, there's also a dressing room button, and when I clicked it, I found myself in a location with a lot of items from Dress to Impress. The interior is completely different, of course. Everything is a bit buggy, but it still looks very interesting. All these items look very much like Dress to Impress. They're probably literally the same items, but unfortunately, the items don't have toggles. What I particularly like is that there are rare and limited items here that look very similar to those in the original game. For example, the Trendsetter dress, which looks amazing. Also, you get VIP access without paying a single Robux. This is a great bonus because in the original game, you have to pay or participate in my VIP giveaway. For this, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and have liked the video. And to increase your chances, leave this emoji and your Roblox username in the comments right now. I will pick one of you and gift a few game passes of your choice, so make sure to write it now. For example, here we can use this dress, which is super rare. In fact, I don't even have it. It's that rare. Also, oh my god, there are achievement rank reward items here. And it looks just, I don't even know how to describe it. It literally looks like Dress to Impress. Oh my god! There's also an old version of this dress with bows. It's so crazy. Also, what I noticed is that you can change your hairstyle, but with a little nuance. Not all hairstyles are included here, as you can see. Just a portion of them, but it's still pretty good. I also noticed that this mod offers preset faces and custom makeup. You can choose different face presets, such as the DTI Dolls presets, which are available for purchase in the original game, but here they are presented completely for free. This is really cool! I especially love one of the face presets, and I'm just blown away by how beautiful they look. However, there are some strange moments. For example, in the game, there's a character named Lana who says she wants to figure out a way to remove Lana from the salon, and Lana herself is in some strange pose. Also, there seems to be one of the developers here. You can talk to her, and she gives us some information. What do you think about this? Unfortunately, at the moment, this place is unavailable, and I think for an obvious reason. Anyway, what do you think about this? Personally, I find it strange that this was even in Roblox, as it looks like a complete copy of Dress to Impress, using all the assets and items from the original game. But on the other hand, there's no pay to win. Everything is free, and that makes the mod interesting, even though I still don't understand why it was even made. But in any case, I don't recommend going to such servers, as they use assets from the original game without the developer's permission. Let me know in the comments if you've played this mod and share your thoughts. So, besties, I want to show you how to get this Labubu code, and we're going to check out a guide together. Make sure you watch till the end because it's going to be super fun and we'll get those codes right now. So, stay with me till the end.
Hey everyone, you won't believe it. I'm gonna show you how to get these Labubu codes in Dress to Impress. I already have them in my inventory, seriously. Look, I'm not lying, they're really here. So, I'll show you a quick guide on how to get them. Just pay close attention, okay?
You should have seen my face when he showed that he really has those codes in his inventory. It looks so believable and interesting, so let's keep watching.
First things first, you need to be wearing any outfit. It doesn't even matter which one, just make sure you've got a lot of stuff on, like as much as you can. Next, you gotta watch the cutscene and get the pose. That's super important. Look, I have all the poses, see? They're all unlocked. So you have to do that, no way around it. It's easy, you just wait for the cutscene to start, watch it, and that's it. If you don't have the poses. Well, sadly, you won't get the new codes ... Maybe later they'll make a way to get them.
Okay, so he says to get the codes, You had to watch the cutscene and get the prize, the pose. I'm super curious to see what happens next.
Now let's go on. Head over to the fountain and stand there with your pose. Just stand still for a few seconds. This is to let the game know you've watched the cutscene and you have everything. When I didn't do this, nothing worked for me. But as soon as I stood there, boom, it worked. Pretty cool, huh?
So, we have to stand in this pose next to the fountain, so the system will know we have it. Sounds a bit weird, but maybe it has something to do with the fact that he couldn't enter the code the first time and thought it might be connected.
Then go back to where you save your outfit and save it with the name Labobu. Write it just like I did, in big letters. Maybe it's not really necessary, but that's how I did it. Now save it again and name it Labobag. Done.
Okay, this all sounds pretty interesting. Saving outfits in the dressing room is actually really cool. Let's keep watching.
Now go to Lana's smiley face and turn off your pose. If it's on, then click on the little ship on her table a bunch of times. I've already done it and nothing popped up from me, but if you haven't done it, just click on the ship even if there's no button.
So, we have to click on Lana's ship a few times, but he says he doesn't have the button because he's already done the task to get the code. I'm really curious to hop into the game and check if I have that button next to Lana's ship.
And finally, enter the code. But the code won't work just like that. You have to enter L4BUBU, but instead of the regular letter A, use the number 4. But here's the trick.
Before he says what exactly needs to be written to get the code, let's go through all the steps together. So, I watched the cutscene, and I have these poses in my inventory. I'm not sure which one I need to use, so I'll choose both. First, we need to go to the fountain and pick this pose, and stand there for a few seconds. I can't say exactly how long we need to stand, but oh my god, look at the beautiful trail this pose leaves. Check it out. I wonder if the second pose leaves a trail. Unfortunately, no, it doesn't. But the first one is just amazing. I like it way more. Okay, I think I've stood long enough, so let's get back to the main part. We need to save these outfits. So, the first one we'll call La Boo Boo, save it. And the second one we'll call La Boo Boo Bag, also save it. Now, my favorite part. He said we need to click on the small ship next to Lana several times, and some button will appear or something like that. But honestly, I clicked several times in different poses and couldn't find any button. Maybe he meant something else. Or maybe I misunderstood. Anyway, I clicked around and moved on. So, now let's enter the code. It should be like this. L4BUBU. Now let's check the other part of the code that's unique for everyone.
You also gotta type in the number of items you have in your inventory. I counted, I had 8, so I typed 8. And that's it. The code worked. And I got such cool items, wow, I was shocked. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit like, drop a comment. Good luck, and I hope you get these codes too.
Let's see how many items are in my inventory. I have 17, so at the end we'll write the number 17, and theoretically, the code should work. Oh my god. Guys, I'm so nervous. I don't know if it will work, but I really want to get these items. Please, I hope it works. Oh no. Unfortunately, the code is wrong. Either I did something wrong, or this code was a scam. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, and I advise you not to fall for such tricks. It's better to watch me break down these videos because many players were really confused by this video from this person. So, hit that like button if you want me to keep breaking down these scams. Now let's move on. Currently, there's a rumor circulating in the Dress to Impress community that the map has started cracking, and I think less than 10% of players have noticed it. This might somehow be related to the lore quest about Lana that will be featured in the summer update. Let's take a look together and see what it might mean. And look, there are indeed cracks, stains, scratches, and so on. It looks pretty eerie and covers almost the entire map. Just look at how many cracks there are here. This spot especially surprised me. Look at how many damages there are. The same thing is happening in Lana's salon. There are stains and cracks there as well, even on the chairs themselves. Here, for example, you can see some strange stains, and the same goes for Lana's chair. What do you think about this? Personally, when I first saw this information, I was shocked and scared. Could it be that Dress to Impress has gotten so detailed with these elements? However, after re-watching my past videos, I realized that the map has always been like this, and the developers haven't added any new cracks. Since the pedal update, the map already had these damages. Maybe we just hadn't noticed them before. But in general, the theory that Agamemnon might destroy the whole map and we'll have to save it during the quest sounds interesting. Or maybe this is related to the cutscene when the whole map sinks underwater. Either way, this is a really fun theory. What do you think? I have a secret for you that only 0.1% of all players know. On Twitter, one of the Roblox developers posted some pictures showing the reworks of the trendsetter dress and miniskirt, which were made specifically for Dress to Impress. But they were never added to the game, and, judging by everything, they may never appear. Here's what they look like. Oh my gosh, just look at how beautiful this looks. The most interesting thing is that it looks more like a dress than a skirt. These versions look insanely beautiful, and there's a lot of customization in this dress. Especially check out this version. It seems to be one of the toggles. I'm really disappointed that this rework wasn't released and may never be released. I honestly don't understand why this happened. Maybe the developers are planning to make another rework, like we saw in one of the videos where there was a picture, possibly shown by mistake, and we're not sure what dress it was referring to, but it looked a lot like Trendsetter. Maybe instead, the developers decided to create another rework. What do you think about this? Share your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to hit the like button if you also feel disappointed that this rework wasn't added to the game. Around 30% of players know that there used to be a meme corkboard in the game. One player mentioned that they really miss the board, which always stood behind Lana, where we saw beautiful and meme-worthy pictures that became a true icon of Dress to Impress. Unfortunately, it's no longer with us. But guess what? Zach responded, saying that he plans to bring it back. This sounds so exciting, because that corkboard was truly iconic. Seriously, every time I went into free play and a new update came out, I always looked at it with great interest, because the developers used to add new memes. But unfortunately, for some reason, they decided to remove it. Now, it seems that it might return in the upcoming summer update, and that would be just amazing.